everyone. Okay, good morning from Sweden. Today we're gonna make a very exciting centerpiece that you probably want to consider making use of all the things that you have at home. So you guys, I've made this earlier on, so in fact I did show you. If you missed this video, you can go and check out on the link in the video description or up on top there. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna make a centerpiece with some mushroom, of course. So these are the mushrooms that I made earlier on, and I think this is really beautiful, very Christmassy. I have lacked them, so it's really shining, so it's ready to be used now. And also you need some, we call that in Swedish kotte. You can find these in the woods for free. So if you cannot find these in your country, you know, I've included a link in the video description so you can go and check them out. And I'm sure you guys have some nuts, right? Some, not the kind of nuts, but any kind of nuts, not just this kind of nuts. This is a chestnut or walnut, right? Is that right? This is walnut or chestnut? I'm going to just use these nuts because I think they are so pretty. I think this is something that my guest left for me. I think it was like a few years ago. So obviously it cannot be eaten. So I'm going to just try and use this for decorating. And I also have this glass container where I'm going to put my candle or tea candle in here, so that it will light up and give you a little bit of Christmas spirit. So, and then we need some wire. I'm sure you guys have this wire. And also I have a box, a zinc box that I bought many years ago, and it was just sitting there doing nothing. And I have this ready foam, the flower arrangement foam, but I didn't have them in one piece. So I was a bit cheap. I bought one big one and then I put them. And then I still have some remaining one from the smaller piece. So I just, you know, fully pack them. So now this can be used too, you know. You don't have to buy new one. And then I have some hooks here, which I'm going to be showing you. So don't worry. I am going to do a centerpiece for my dining table. So to cover all this ugly spot, the sponge, I'm going to be using this. And I'm sure you have this, right, at home too. So usually we use this to decorate, and then this, sometimes we have extra. So you can use those extra ones. So basically, this is all we need. And then you have a glue gun. So let's start. I think this is going to be so fun. Let's start out by creating this garden, the green garden. By the way, let me know where are you from, and then if you are watching this because you are considering making a centerpiece yourself, or you're gonna give this as a gift. So it can be a very good cheap way to use whatever things that you have at home as a gift, right? So now, my name is Esti. If you are new here, I am a Singaporean living here in North Sweden. I do craft live streaming and also cooking live streaming. My passion, as you can see, is all about mushroom. So if you're a mushroom lover or any craft lover who interested in making all kinds of cheap, affordable DIY craft, this is a channel for you. So let's get started. I didn't wet this because this is going to be a very dry display. So if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask because I'm here to help. I could read your comment from the other phone. So I have made a video in the past with very tiny, like this kind of, you know, very small clay display or decoration. So I noticed we have some issue with YouTube because when you're watching live, you are unable to zoom in. So yesterday I found out a solution. In the future, if I'm going to do a small demo like this, I'm going to zoom in yourself so you can see the very clear, you know, very close up how I did this. So this is going to be my next project after this one. So I'm going to do like a Christmas ornament using the mason jar lid, and I'm going to use some of my tiny mushroom to decorate so you can get the atmosphere. Over the weekend, me and my daughter, we make this. And this is like a small pendant. I actually make them like this. So if you want to have a Christmas gift to your loved one who enjoy foraging, maybe you want to check out this live streaming, which I plan to do this someday this week, maybe tomorrow or the day after. We'll see. All right. So if you're interested, let me know in the comment, and then we get started with this. So usually when I have something like that, I like to cover the I call it the field first. So what I'm going to be using is that I'm going to use this kind of thing. What do you call that? Galang, is it? So I'm just going to just use this to just cover the ugly part around it like that, approximately. And how do I do that, right? So I'm going to use a pin. These are the pin that I have made from the wire. So as you can see, they are quite short, and you don't have to, what do you call that? You don't have to buy them, because I think you can still buy them, but you can make them yourself by just cutting a piece of this wire. Let me see if I have just a piece of wire. You cut them and then you just bend them. It's that easy, right? And it's so easy to bend them. So this one will help to put the galang in space. So what you do is that you just push this in like that. And because it's green in color, you won't be able to even see it at all. So I'm just going to continue to just put all this in place. Making sure that, you know, they are being pressed. This part was a bit higher, but it is okay. So press it in, and then at the corner here, you won't want to be, you don't want to miss this. So it's that easy, right? So anyone can do it. I think this is really fun if you do it with your kid. They will feel very accomplished, very rewarding. So I push this inside a little bit because I want to make sure that I have space for my mushroom and my decoration. So just keep pressing this in. Okay, and then once I have reached this part, maybe I want to continue to, so I can cut here. Let me get my scissors, and then I'm going to just continue to pin it. Don't forget the corner. The corner is very, very important. Make sure you find the bone of the this galan, and then just make sure that it's in between. It's in between here. Huh? then maybe a circle here. At the end here, I'm going to just make a U-turn. Okay, now this is almost done. And if you have moss, or if you don't have these, you can always find moss. The one that I have, I think I have some here where I can show you. I think it's here somewhat. Yeah. You can get this kind of moss too. This moss is very moist, so sometimes you need to just like wet it, spray on water. But be aware, when you spray it, you don't want to spray on this, because even though this is waterproof, if you spray too much water on it, you know, sometimes you might get water inside it if you never lack it completely. So just be careful. I prefer to use this one because everything is like a bit, maybe it look a bit plastic-y, but then, you know, it still do the job. Okay, now let's have the fun. So I've made this mushroom, and then I remember that time to make a hole. So what I did is I put a stick in here. I make it double because I want it to be like more stable. So this is something that you should prepare in advance, so that making sure that you have that hole. And this one, I don't have the hole. I've forgotten to put the hole. What should we do, right? We should make like what do you call that? A pin, you know, to just make sure that you have. I'm going to show you how to do that. Whereas this one, I still have a hole too, so I'm going to make a spiral to hold it so it stay in space. So let's get started. And then also these nuts also, right? They are driving me nuts. So you have to make the small one so that, you know, it will hold in space, in place. This part is a bit flat, so we can make use of this part. So we can put this into the sponge. So how do you do this thing, right? Let's start out with this one, right? We're going to use this to hold this mushroom in space. So you can either use your finger to go around it like that, because this is quite a big spot. And when you come to the center part like this, you want to just bend this inward a little bit like that. Can you see? Because you want to make sure that you are getting the center of the circle. It's not like to the side, then your nuts will be crooked. So you want it to be center, all right? So I made a few for the nuts, so I'm going to just glue them on later on. So this is the smaller one for the nuts, and this is the bigger one for the mushroom. All right, you probably need a bigger one because this one is so big, right? So I'm going to just roll again another circle, so I get a really good at the center. If you don't have the patience to do this, the fastest way is actually to use this, all right, tongue. I like this tongue very much. And if you notice the size from very fine to very thick, right? So if you're doing a very thick one, so what you do is you put this in between the wire, in between here, and then you just twist it. Just keep twisting it. All right, and then you get a perfect circle. And then if you want a smaller one, so you just go out of this, and then an even smaller one, and even smaller one for making earrings. So since I am going to make like for this nut, so I think this is enough. But let's see if I have this. Yeah, okay, I think this is enough. So again, go into the center and then just press it out, so you get a perfect one. And for this one, I'm going to spiral it, so I probably need a longer one. So I'm going to cut around this. Oh. All right, then here I'm going to just spiral this because this is going to be in the soil, so you don't need that to be too high up, because otherwise we can see the wire. Oh, so ugly, right? So just do like that. That should do the job. So now we have this one left, so I'm going to glue this onto here. So just use a glue gun to just go around it like that, and then just place this thing on top. You see, it sits like a mountain. We call that sitting like a mountain. So for the smaller one, depending on how you like the nuts to look like, more naturally. So I think the opening part is quite pretty, yeah? And then you can also have both parts. So I'm going to just do both because I think they are really pretty on both sides. So with a little bit of glue gun, and then you just put this in place. See? A bit singing, but don't worry, we'll fix that. So before you do everything, you know, you just want to make sure you have like enough. You don't want to overcrowd them. So the same, you can use this on the corn. You glue them on top. So I'm going to just do one on the corn so you can see what I mean. So some corn are prettier, not every corn are pretty. Some, you know, they lose this so you can hide them. So what I do is that I'll put the glue first like that, and then I'm going to just put this on. So easy, right? So we'll keep this ugly one at the side. You can also get the smaller corn too. I find that they are really pretty, so I'm going to do one of this small one. Yeah, let's do this one. Ooh, so cute. All right, now time to decorate this garden. So usually I like to put the mushroom first, the bigger one. So I'm going to see how you want it, because I think the lights is better if it's in the center, like this, for example. Oh, the wire came out a little bit, so you make a longer one and press it right in. Okay, so I'm going to have my lights because I want the mushroom to shine, and then maybe I'll put it quite close to the mushroom like that. Okay, then I'm going to just push this one in first, right in, and then I'm going to have my mushroom, one here. Oh, they are very tall. Okay, one here, and then one here. Or maybe I'll do like that. I'll do, oh my goodness, this thing came out. Okay, now I forgotten to glue it, that's why. Okay, that's why it came up. So just push it in, wait for a while. I think I'll do this part because the sponge is like more on this side, and this part is a bit loose, so I'm going to put here, maybe here. Okay, and then I'm going to push my mushroom, and again I've forgotten to glue this one, so let's put the glue. So now it is sitting. So I put the bigger one here, and then the even bigger one here. Doesn't really have that. I think it's quite pretty. And then the smaller one here. This one is a bit taller, and then I think I'll put this one behind. And then I'll put this one, a bit slanted, so just like that. You like this design? And how many doesn't like this? I think this is quite pretty, yeah? And then we put some corn around here. I don't want to put it, because these are quite big, well, so I want to put it like just aside. Oh, this thing I think is a bit too big. I think this is okay, yeah? Maybe I'll have a small one here. And then I'll have some nuts here. And more nuts. Okay, let's put more nuts. We have that one, and now I'm going to have like a smaller one. One more nuts. Sometimes I think it's not so nice if you put too much also. I like the minimalist look, so I'm going to stick on something really simple. So again, you know, if you have a box like that, if you don't have a box, you can always have something else that is round. Then round, you know, you probably need more of this kind of decoration. And if you like, you can add some like a star or glitters or something that is shining. So I have this wire which I made earlier on with some wire. So actually I can use this around it. Let's see if it's nice. I have the pearl one too. I think they are pretty, you know, with the pearl one. And let's try this one. This one is a bit more glamorous. And they are really, really easy to make. All you need is just a little bit of crystal pearl, and then you just twist them all the way, so you get these really, really nice long strips that you can decorate. So this is sitting, you know, in my house doing nothing. So it has a wire, so I'm just going to just like press it in the sponge, and then I'm just going to create like a, oh, okay. So maybe I have to glue them, because this seems like maybe gluing them is much easier to hold it. Okay. And then you can, the one thing good with wire is that you can twist it, and then you can use the pin, this green pin, to pin it in position. Yeah, and then maybe let it stick out a little bit so that, you know, you can see, there is a wave of love that you're giving. So yeah, create a little wave here. This is really pretty. Yeah, I think this is pretty. What do you think? You guys, you've been so kind and just sit there and watch. I think this is going to be so pretty. Okay, didn't really work when it is too short. You need a longer pin. So don't worry. Get hold of the wire and then get a longer pin. Just bend it like that. And then just go in. Here is too short. This pin is too short. And then I want to create this waving here. So maybe I'll put it higher a little bit. Okay, now we are talking. I have one pin here, so I'm going to remove this and replace this. Yeah, look. So if you want this to be more stable, make the pin longer. And then here you go. This light's going to be here. What do you guys think? I like a more simple look, so you don't really need a lot of stuff here, actually. Let's see if I can put another one here. Nah, it's a bit too much. It's a bit too much, right? We put one more like that. You agree now? Is it too much? I don't know. I find it's a bit too much. What do you guys think? I prefer it to be like a bit more simple. And then maybe one more nuts here. Maybe one nuts here, so it doesn't look so empty. What do you guys think about this design? Do you like this? So all you need now is just to turn on the heat, or if you like, you can actually use a battery one if you are afraid. LG is a bit allergic to candle, so the battery one maybe is a better alternative. Let me just clean this up a bit. I make some smaller mushroom yesterday. In fact, these are the mushrooms that I made, but these are too small. I found that they are a bit too small. Or maybe I can have a color. Nah. I think the red one was really, really pretty. So maybe a bit too green here. So me and my daughter, we made a lot of earrings yesterday. Let me just give you a quick look here. So we made some porcini, we made some aminata, and then also some I think she made a gingerbread and Oreo cookies for earrings. It was so beautiful. I think I took a picture. I'm going to share with you on my, what do you call that, my community page, so you can see it there. So I think this can be something really and then I also make these small flowers. I was thinking about this earlier on, but no, it's too much. So this is something that you can make at home effortlessly, I hope. Let me know if you are interested in making some jewelry, because I think jewelry can be a very, very personal gift you can make for your loved one. So I really, really enjoy making this one, and it looks, I know it looks so advanced. Do you really need to have a small tiny finger to work on this? No, it's actually very easy to do. And then if you are interested, I'll show you how to do that. And I think this is can be a pretty gift for anyone who loves mushroom. And also this one, I'm going to put like a pin here, like a pin, so you can give it to people also, right? Just as a Christmas gift. I think this is a very pretty one. So I hope I can do a pin, and then I'll pin this and wear this on my necks. The leg is like taking some times to dry, so I suggest that when you let it sit for at least 24 hours before you touch it, because I noticed when you touch it after the next day, the next morning, it's still very sticky. So don't touch it. But now it is okay. Has been more than 24 hours, so it feels so smooth. I really enjoy you guys joining me until at this time. If you have any suggestion, like what kind of Christmas decoration, whether it is for hanging on the door or is it for outdoor, I will happily help you out. Just let me know if you have any wish, Christmas wish. Christmas is all about wishes, right? So I hope this could be something that you might want to work on. And also, if you're new here, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to put the notification bell on, because when you do that, YouTube will inform you when and where, not where is YouTube, when I will live stream. In the past, I tried to live stream my schedule my live stream like one day, a few hours before. It didn't really work that well. I don't know why. So today I decided just to try out, like 15, half an hour before I go live stream. I think this is a number game. So if you see it, you can watch them. If you don't see it and then you watch and miss the live streaming, you can also still go into my live streaming later on. And when you send me a comment, I read them and I will respond to you. Oh, my glue is getting onto my nail. So it's a very festive, I hope. If you like this and enjoy this, give a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, my friend.